What's up, skaters? Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going through one of the competitions I entered recently. Well, got invited to. It's basically like a gamer skate tournament similar to Battle at the Barracks, but invite only to certain skateboarders who are of a certain skill level to come and compete against each other to see who is the best at flatland in that area of the UK. So basically Holly had to drive us 4 hours to get there, and this is a little video I've prepared, a little story that I've got that I'm going to tell you guys how I did, what I did beforehand, how I prepared for the tournament, and how I felt after I got humbled by the guy that I played. So anyway, with all that being said, let's jump straight into this. I prepared this video together. So basically what this is my little warm-up session from the first bit, the start of the day. So the competition was at 2 o'clock. So we got there a couple hours early so I could get a little warm-up in. But obviously the skate park that it was at was going to be extremely busy. So I decided to go to a little skate park outside of town, an extremely crusty one. We're going to review that, review the roller snakes park, and then watch the games of skate that I played. So this should be a good video. Anyway, so this is the place where I started. Obviously, as you can see, it was extremely wet this day. I tried to do as many warm-up tricks as I could without actually touching the floor once, just to try and keep my board as dry as possible. But yeah, this skate park was extremely crusty. This is like every other skate park in the UK. They're either extremely big and good or just like this. And this skate park has some outrageous obstacles, so we're going to go over that in a minute. At the moment, I'm just warming up my flat ground, trying to do a few fakie tricks too. Little fakie tray. I think I went for a fakie double flip. Touched the floor for the first time there. Did I get that the second try? Yeah, we got that second try. But yeah, this skate park is absolutely outrageous. I mean, just look at that flat bar right there. It's so thick. Thicker than a board. You couldn't 50-50 that flat bar with a wheel either side, that is. But yeah, we got this fairly normal like little bank to ledge here. Very skatable. Actually pretty decent on that side. But this rail, it's thicker than your board's trucks are, which is crazy. So I found that extremely funny, and it looked hilarious when I put my board on top of it in a minute. But the other side of the park, obviously there's a few kids about because this is the weekend. But yeah, you got a standard quarter pipe, and then look at this bank to ledge, man. It's so ridiculously tall. It's like a 3-foot ledge on top of like a not even that steep bank. So it doesn't really make that much sense. Yeah, you get a nice view of the entire park. I tried to not film any of the youths because I don't really want them in the video, to be honest. But yeah, and then look at these ledges on the side. Look at them. That one there is like 2.5 feet, and this one is like 3 feet tall, and it's got coping all the way around it, like even on the side that you wouldn't skate it, which is ridiculous. And here is the rail. As you can see, you can't hit a 50 on that at the top of it. So if you want to hit a 50, you have to hit it kind of like a ledge rather than a rail, which I found quite funny. So thick. But yeah, this ledge here as well, look at the size of it, man. Like, no beginner will find anything usable at this park, that's for sure. And they even put the coping down the side that you couldn't even skate. So it's just all bad news. Here we are at the Roller Snakes HQ, pulling up. This is after I just warmed up at the park, got a little snack to eat. Now I'm warming up at the actual skate park outside of Roller Snakes. Now, first thing I did was a little tray flip rock. Obviously not the first thing I did, but it's one of my warm-up tricks. So yeah, got a little tray flip rock, no problem there. What else did I do? Oh, here's a little review of the park. You got this like slappy ledge here. Yeah, it has like a little ramp at the end as well, so you can either dive straight into it or get a little flyer off the edge when you slappy in it. Then you got this Pepper Army wide boy version here that you could hit from either side, backside, front side. It's thick enough to do that, and it's also got a little ramp in the middle, so this is really cool. It's a great little DIY spot, the Roller Snake skate park, so if you've never been to Derby, go there and check it out because they've got a huge skate shop there too. So you'll find something you like no matter what. Then there is, what is the next? A little fire hydrant gap with a little ramp either side. Tiny little bump, but the bump is big enough so that you can actually get some decent height over it. So yeah, you can do that. And you got this concrete corner quarter here that also is pretty cool. They've got a few concrete bits, a few DIY bits, and a few like wooden bits, like skate-like bits. I did a little blunt on the corner there. Okay, got a little 50-50. Oh yeah, and this ramp here actually is like a tiny little pool quarter. It's really cool, man. Like, hold on one sec. See, not this one, the next one. See, this is like a little pool quarter. It's got pool coping and tiles on the top of it well, so you get that satisfying like as you go over it. Next, oh, I went for a little double flip to fakie, part of the warm-up too. Stacked the first one. I think I stacked onto my tailbone like 4 or 5 times today. Yep, there's the first one. So I had a bruise on my tailbone after Amsterdam, but that really hurt too. And then I actually got it the next try, which is always a nice little touch. When you have a stack and then you get it next try, you feel like you earned it, you know what I mean? What we got here? Oh, that's when I start trying blunt kick flips. Which, I hurt my tailbone again. all part of the fun. But yeah, blunt kickflip is actually one that I haven't done on a ramp this big for a while. I usually just do it on like 2 or 3 foot, but this is, I think, maybe 4 foot. I don't know. It actually might just be 3 foot as well. But yeah, managed to get that eventually. And actually quite clean as well, if I do say so. So I'm fairly happy with that. And this is where the game of skate starts. So bear in mind, like, I've done my warm-ups at the other skate park. I've done my warm-ups at Roller Snakes. I was getting some decent tricks, blunt kickflip, double flip, tray flip rock. All of them came pretty quickly. The tray flip rock was actually first try. The other 2 took a little while, but still. So we're fairly warmed up at this point, right? And like flat ground skating is my bag. So I'm feeling confident. But these are some of the best skateboarders in the UK that is in this tournament right here. So I was prepared, but I was also ready to face some adversity in this competition, right? Funny thing is, when I first walk into the skate park, right, I walk up to a group of guys who watch the videos and stuff, and I said, anyone know who I'm playing first round? And 2 of them went, the best guy here. And I just sort of laughed it off, shrugged it off, thinking, yeah, all right, yeah, come on then. But I think they were right, my friends, because here we have the game of skate. So this is Kevin that I'm playing against here. He is an actual beast, sponsored by Drawing Board Skateboards, I believe. And the game of skate is about to begin. I think he's just reading out the rules to us. The rules were Beric's rules, except the only difference was you couldn't do any crossfoot tricks. So you couldn't like do a kickflip crossfoot or ollie crossfoot or stuff like that. Anything else goes, no complied. So Beric's rules, but no crossfoot, basically. Anyway, let's continue. Little game of Rochambeau. Do you guys call it Rochambeau? I don't know if that's just a UK thing, but it's either rock, paper, scissors or Rochambeau, but it's only ever Rochambeau I've heard from skateboarders. I actually don't know where that came from. Maybe one of you guys can enlighten me, but yeah. The game of skate is about to begin. He sets first, and I think he goes for an ollie north. Yeah, a fat ollie north. Look at the extension on that. Ollie north is a trick I can do, but this game of skate is fairly unforgiving, and my front foot doesn't come off, and I get my first letter on an ollie north. So already, right, my confidence is instantly diminished off that, and I should have kept my cool. I should have stayed true, but yeah, I took the letter on that. Didn't want to do a redo or anything. I was just like, yeah, that's not it. Okay, then what was the next trick that he went for? Oh yeah, he went for a nollie 180 next. I landed that, and then I think he goes nollie backside. Or nollie, that's nollie frontside, sorry. But that's actually my least favorite way to spin of all the ways to spin. I'd rather do switch backside than nollie frontside, you know? Yeah, they do give me that. Again, absolutely terrible one. Like I said, this is my least favorite type of trick. And this guy, I don't know if he knew I don't think he knew my weaknesses going in, because basically he hadn't watched any of my videos. A lot of the people there had viewed me before, watched my videos, but this guy that I was playing said he hadn't. So I've got to take that word. So the nollie backside 180, sorry, nollie frontside 180 I went for. Messed that one up, but he still gave it to me because I did manage to get it. It was just horrible. Okay, what does Kevin go for next? Okay, next Kevin goes for a little nollie full cab. Oh no, it's fakie. He went fakie. Yeah, fakie front full cab, which bear in mind, if you didn't know, Steve Cab says it is front side or backside, not just a back free. So if it came from Cab himself, who invented the trick, it's a full cab, even if it's front side. But yeah, then he goes for a nollie flip, and I mean, look at the steez on this guy, man. It looks like he's skating in fakie. Yeah, look at the steez on this guy. It looks like he's doing a fakie flip. Oh, and by the way, it's probably worth mentioning that this competition was put on by Roller Snakes and Hooked Skate. I will leave their details to their Instagram in the description, so if you want to follow them to maybe get some information on the next one of these competitions going on, that you can do that. So Kevin here looks like he's going for a fakie flip, but it's a nollie flip because his switch is so clean you would never even be able to tell the difference. But yeah, nollie flip, one of my biggest weaknesses. Absolutely flop that one. Like, you can make all the excuses in the world, but there's no one's fault but my own that I didn't train nollie and switch tricks. I just literally get as good as I can at my normal tricks and just hope that will see me through. But let this be a moral to the story, that will not see you through against some good level skateboarders, because while I can land all the normal tricks that he sets, once he starts doing the switch ones, I just started flopping it. And the annoying thing is, a few of them I can actually do, but just flopped it in this situation right here. I think he goes for a switch. Yeah, he goes for a switch flip there. Again, it looks like he's riding regular because my man's switch is so like indistinguishable from his regular. He did get a toe drag there, so I think he had a redo. But yeah, switch flip right there. Again, one of my absolute weaknesses. Flopped it again. So at this point, I'm on A already. Like, my man hasn't even had a letter. I haven't even had a chance to set yet. Then he goes for a nollie heel flip, but busts it up. And I was like, right, this is my chance, yeah? So I've got some decent tricks in the locker and a lot of weird ones that I think could get a lot of people on letters. But I decided to go for a few basic ones to warm up, which was a fatal mistake. I should have just gone straight for like a double varial or a double tray or something like that. But yeah, I went for a front shove it and almost messed it up. This was one of the worst days for me ever. But yeah, like I said, no one's fault but my own. Kevin was an absolute beast. Obviously, he gets the front shove. Then I just go for a little fakey big spin. At this point, I'm just trying to build up my momentum by landing a few basic tricks and then go into some harder ones. So fakey big spin. Nice and easy. Then I go for a fakey front big spin. Kevin obviously answers back with that. No issue for him whatsoever. And at this point, right, obviously you guys know I do a lot of tray flips. Tray flip for me, because I do it so often, I would consider one of the easiest tricks. Like a tray flip is easier than a kick flip once you can do both of them in my opinion. But this guy, like this right here, I was so stupid. I should have popped a few tricks off this floor, like a few scoop tricks off this floor before, because the wood is super slippery. And again, this is my own fault for not practicing in here beforehand. But the tray flip, I didn't get the correct scoop. And as I'm sure you can tell, boom, he doesn't land it. And already the set's back to Kevin, man. At this point, I was like, game over. Like, I had my chance. I've got all these people watching me that watch my videos. Like, there's a massive crowd behind the camera here. And I'm just feeling embarrassed. I cannot lie. He goes for a nollie frontside flip. And then I have to answer back to that. You already know how that one goes. If I'm not landing the nollie flip, I'm not landing the nollie frontside flip. That's for sure. And I think I've got one more try, or there's one more letter to go. I think I'm on T at this point. My man goes for a nollie heel flip. And I almost land this one. Like, nollie heel flip is probably my best nollie trick. Well, not best, but like easiest to land when it comes to nollie kick flip or heel flip. Nollie tray flip I find is the easiest nollie trick to do outside of shove-its and stuff like that. But yeah, nollie heel, I almost land it. Obviously, you get 2 tries on your last attempt. And as you can probably tell from how this video goes, I flopped it again, and there's no nollie heel flip for your boy. I didn't get Kevin on a single letter. He got me whitewashed. And to be honest, I was expecting to do pretty good in this competition. I was hoping to. I was training for it with all my tricks that I normally do, but I never really got the chance to bring any of them out, and that was through nobody's fault but my own. I should have trained more switch tricks, given me more of an opportunity, and I should have just warmed up in that part of the skate park so I could get used to the wooden floor for my tray flip and stuff. But again, you can make all the excuses in the world. You've got to take responsibility for yourself. To me, the feeling that I left with after this, I felt so disappointed in myself. I literally went outside and I wanted to take a long walk off a short pier, because this was one of the worst I felt in so long. And to be honest, after you recover from the initial bad feeling, that feeling will stick with you for as long as you let it. So to be honest, for me, next time I'm going out skateboarding, I'm going to be training my switch and my nollie for the first hour of every session for the rest of the year, because I am not letting this happen to me ever again. I'm getting all these nollie tricks down, all these switch tricks down. This is the year for nollie and switch. I'll be keeping people updated on that, obviously, as I go through my training in the year. But I did go up to the guys, apologized for flopping, thanked Kevin for giving me the biggest spanking of my life. And to be honest, he was such a nice guy. I took his details. We're going to have a skate together in the future. Maybe even have a little rematch game of skate at some point. But the boys at Roller Snake said they were going to invite me back next year. So there is a chance of redemption, but I've got to train my ass off in order to try and win next year, because I'm not leaving with that feeling again. I'm going for gold next year, and I'm going to train my ass off every day until then. So if there's any lesson you can take from this, you are never too big to be humbled in a game of skate competition, and any mistakes you make, any problems you have, are on you. You can blame everybody else if you want to, but that's not going to make you any better, and it's just going to make you look like a douche. So the moral of this story is, take responsibility for your losses, learn from your mistakes, and come back a better person. I will make a sequel to this video in 1 year's time, and hopefully I'll be letting you guys know that I won the competition. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.